Hi everyone, I'm Taylor. This is video for my discussion 4 in economic class. First question, what is economic mobility? What affects economic mobility? And what are two things discussed in the presentation that you found interesting? Economic mobility is the ability of people to move up or down in the economic ladder. And what affects economic mobility is time, what class you were born into, and whether or not you get a college degree, so education. However, I see that the increasing cost of education makes that pathway more difficult for those in low-income families, and instead of a pathway, it is more like a roadblock to them, and this causes downward economic mobility. Something I found interesting in the presentation is that if you were born in the lower income distribution, you have a 42% chance of ending up there and not moving. Another thing I found interesting is that 70% of our population is doing better than what our parents were doing at the same time, at the same age. Second question, based on your personal experience, do you agree or disagree with the ideas or points presented in this talk? And what are some examples in your life that validate or refute some of the points discussed in this presentation? So based on my personal experience, I agree with the points that present in this talk because I was born in Vietnam, and I have noted that when my mom and dad were at the same age as me, they had less money compared to me now, because the reason is I have better chance that currently going to college to get a degree, and the money that I make here is actually worth it more than the money that they make over there, since different currency. And getting a degree that helped me easier to find a job, as well as being bilingual that helped me looking for jobs as well. So with an associate in business degree, I could be administrative assistant, customer service associate, assistant store managers, or sales support specialist. And speaking Vietnamese and English, that I could be a translator as well. Last question. How do you think the COVID-19 pandemic will affect the economic mobility in the US in general? I think the COVID will affect the economic mobility in the US in general is that the lower income families will now have a harder time to getting out of the lower income distribution. And how do you think this pandemic will affect your economic mobility personally? I think this pandemic will affect my economic mobility personally is that it will either stay where I am currently, that or go up even higher, because I'm getting a degree in June, so then I have better chance to find I have higher chance to find a better job with higher pay and more benefits for myself. Thank you for listening.